Test. Okay. Hello, chat. Hello. I guess it's working, right? Very good. Okay. It's raining, so if the stream will be interrupted, it's because of the weather. It's literally pouring right now. Okay, so well, so the front end for our application, the to-do app, is going to be made in Vue.js Vue. I don't know exactly how it is pronounced. It should be Vue, something like that. So the third version has been stabilized very recently. It's not yet completely. How can I say? It's not yet distributed, but you can use it. It's some sort of beta, I can say. I'm not sure because it is available and it's stable, but it is not currently in. You motherfucker! Fuck off! Fuck off, chat. Oh god. So oh god. For context, Angular is another framework or another JavaScript framework. I don't like it. I don't like Angular. I just hate Angular. It's not my piece of cake. Vue.js has been developed by even you as a free time, let's say, hobby project. So it's completely open source. Angular is developed by Google. So, not really the best. Anyway, Vue has been completely rewritten in TypeScript. The Vue-Track system is going to be completely written in TypeScript. This doesn't mean that you can't write in JavaScript, but let's say that the type linting has been kind of it's better, really better. And well, today I'm going to show you also the differences we have with the composition API against the old method of declaring methods. Sorry for the pun. So I'm going to show you how the composition API is changing how you write Vue code. It's kind of different, not too different. Let's say it's kind of there. I like the composition API. It's very similar to the React hooks API, so not bad. And it has been introduced in Vue 3. God damn it. So okay, that's it. Oops. wait. This is what I wanted. Okay. URQL. I don't know. This is just a horrible name. I think it's URQL, something like that. Is the well GraphQL client I'm going to use to query my application. It's currently available at my website under GraphQL to do simulromano.eu/api/GraphQL. Also, we have all the subscriptions. It's mostly like it's completely like the last time, the first stream I did. I added some things like the delete notation, but the rest is just kind of it's the same. I just added that the delete to do notation. Other than that, just available here, so you don't have to install the development the development server of GraphQL to do. And so we are going to query the backend, the server with this client, URQL, I guess. For the front end, I'm going to use Tailwind CSS. It's kind of different from what I'm used to be honest. In Vue particularly, I use the Vuetify. The Tailwind CSS is different because it's mostly like a collection of utility classes to style the application. Vite is a click helper. It will bootstrap the application. Just write npm init vite app and it will create the new project. And I guess mostly yes. Okay, that's all for now. So oh yes, I forgot one thing, the repository, GraphQL to do front end. Let's see if, here it is. So the branch I'm working on is stream, and I just bootstrapped the application here. I'm going to explain what I did file by file, okay? Mostly it's the bootstrapped Vite app with some tweaks I did. For example, I added the prettier configuration, EasyLint configuration. I added the .env development environment so we can query the currently backend that is published on my website. I have added also a pipeline that builds my app on the own CI. This is not required to develop currently. It's just for me. There's I mean, it helps me updating the app fundamentally. That's it. And what else have we got? The package JSON. As you can see, I have the also view icon is just light component. It's just a way to show icons mostly. MDI is a collection of icons. This one, material design icons. It's this one, MDI. This is URQL with the cache, the caching system. GraphQL is GraphQL. Lottie Web is something cool that I'm going to show you later on. Tailwind. I had to install the PostCSS 7 compat module because the Tailwind currently uses the PostCSS 8 version. It's not compatible right now with the Vue compiler SFC, so I can't use PostCSS 8. And well, you mostly. Here's the easily interpreter configuration, the SAS compiler, and Vite, and the PWA plugin. Progressive web app is something we can actually have native feel. For example, I tried installing my app here, and it's not loading the styles. Very good. I need to update it. Okay. Let me just install it very quickly. Cat I don't know if you hear my cat. It's meowing right now. So here it is, the app that we're going to create. This animation you see on the check is done by Lottie. And this is why I added the deleted to do notation. And here's a funny Italian word. And as you can see, I can install my app, and here it is. So this process can be done in any environment we are using. For example, I'm currently using my desktop PC, so I can install the app on my desktop PC. But if I am to open the website on my telephone, I could install my app on the telephone, on the cell phone. Or we have so many ways to say smartphone, telephone, cell phone in English. I'm kind of confused of which one I should use. It's just strange. Whatever. Well, even in Italian we have 3 ways. Well, the smartphone is just imported. Okay. Very good. So in about 20 minutes, I'm going to start actually coding, and let's see if I have something else to explain. Oh yes, the Vite configuration. Yes, well, it's true. Listen, if you listen to rock, yes, you say portable electric rock sounds, something like that. But well, I just I've started listening again to DNB, so currently it's most like portable electric electronic music thingy player, something like that. Portable electric rock. Well, after all, so if you think about it, the processors are just rocks. They are made of silicon, so they're not something smart. Scomunicare. Comunicante. Yeah. And we trick the silicon into thinking. If you analyze the situation, it's just a rock. So yeah, every piece of technology we use are actually just rocks with some lightning into it. Oh yeah, I was talking about. I just talk about the configuration of it. I did. It's very easy to be honest, not much. I have configured the manifest here, the app manifest. We have the icon set, because each browser, for example, my desktop can support vector icons, but the smartphones can. So we have to specify a fallback image, so like a PNG, for example, or JPEG, something like that. Smartphones are not so smart because they can't understand vector icons. It's just bad, to be honest. We have to export like hundred of or just thousands of icons in every format because they can't even scale. I mean, if I put a 512 times 512 icon, I need to scale it down into the smartphone because it can't do it. It's absurd. We have just some generators that handle this thing, but it's just so bad. It's bad. So in the manifest, I say what's the name of the app and short name. For now, it's just Graphql to do. The short name is to do. The theme color and the background color, these are used to generate the icon on Android. And these are the icons. And here we have the Workbox, which is a library from Google that handles the on the PO aspect, the caching and working with the service workers and stuff. So we don't have to fiddle with it. It just works. And I just added the clean up updated caches through because otherwise our app can't be updated mostly. And what else have we got? Well, Prettier, I just removed the semicolons. I hate them. I also hate the strings with single quotes. I don't just. I mean, something like this. I mean, if you have to say, I'm an idiot, okay? If you use the single quotes, you have to write, I'm an idiot, like this. So I just hate using single quotes for strings. They are just bad. They're a bad choice. Also, I develop a lot of my projects in Rust. And in Rust, the single quote means a character, a single character. So it's just confusing for me having these ways to write a string. I just go with a double quote. The print width just a maximum length of the TypeScript file, and the tab width is this space here. If I press tab, you can see it's 2 spaces and not 4. Otherwise, with 4, it will be just too much. That's just ridiculous, to be honest. Here's the int configuration. I added the view3 recommended the configuration, and then just Prettier. And again, the Prettier view adapter, because well, Vue has some particular syntax, I would say. So it needs some kind of adapter. And this is the entry point of our app. If you can see here in the index.html, I'm just importing the main.ts file. And so here it is. This is how you bootstrap a Vue-free application. If I just remove this and this, something like this, okay. I removed too much. Okay, this is how you bootstrap a Vue app. So I configured the free cache exchanges that comes with URQL. Caching is useful because we avoid making users requests, even if they are not slow. I mean, just 160 milliseconds, 56, 60, 61, 62. But if we can cache on the client, it's a good idea. And in GraphQL, we can cache both on the client and on the server side because the application layer is, how can I say, in the middle. It's both on the client and on the server side. So we have a caching mechanism that works both on the client and on the server side. And as you can see, the request responses are just very good. This is just on the server side caching. No, wait, I didn't configure the server side cache. That's something I should do in the next stream. Yeah. So these are real times. Okay. Oh yes, the Todd subscription is still Todd. I didn't change it. God damn it. Todd. Fuck off, Todd. So if I run a mutation, here it is. Just Todd. Fucking idiot. God damn it. Okay. So I've made. Oh yes, the config file is just well, configuration wrapper. You can see something particular here if you come from other frameworks and even other, how can I say, bundles like Webpack. In Rollup, we specify the environment differently. We don't use process.env because process.env is actually from Node, so it shouldn't be edited. Okay. In the configuration object, I just have the GraphQL URL. And here is how you can import an environment variable into the app. In this case, it must be present at build time, not at runtime. So keep this in mind. When you build a front-end application, the environment must be present at the build time, not at the runtime. At runtime, it's completely useless. We can't use it. So here I'm importing the GraphQL endpoint. The Vite variables are included like this with Vite in the as a prefix right here. So if I write something like GraphQL endpoint, this won't be exposed in the app. Okay. Now, yes, I have a delete icon here and an animation made with Lottie. And we have just an interface here, and I added some typings to Vue. Okay. So let's see currently how if it runs. Let's see if it runs. It might not. Ah, fuck off. Let's see. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Oh, here it is. Very good. So why Vita? Well, how can I say Vita is fast? That's it. Webpack is slow, Vita is fast, so I'm using Vita. And you can see in the description of the repository it says it's fast. It's because it's true. It's fast. For example, let's write something like I don't know, hello world. Hello world. There, like that, instantaneous. It's just fantastic. Developing with Vita is a piece of cake. If I had maybe let's see, maybe I can do something like this. Yeah. Fuck my life. Yeah. As you can see, the development environment is just instantaneous, and you don't need to wait for nothing. It's wonderful. Vita is just wonderful. Okay. And what else? Well, do you have any questions? The coding session will start in 7 minutes, so we have some time to chat. Okay. Mhm. Oh yes. Well, maybe I could show you the drone CI interface. Another time. Sorry. Sorry if you're confused. I guess I just go too fast, maybe. Do you have any? You're not dumb. I don't think you're dumb. You porn and GraphQL API. But why should they have an API to start with? I mean, they just have to show some videos. Also, I can't show you because that that's against US. But I think I could just search for it. I don't know. Okay. Oh yes, they have a watch API. You can make 300 requests per day. Okay. GitHub. Serverless handled media search engine. Okay. GraphQL is well. I'm I know that Facebook has a GraphQL API. I know that GitHub has one. GitLab. Um, oh yes, Bethesda, for example. If you go to the Bethesda website, you can see that some queries are run against GraphQL endpoint. Now let's see if I can find it. No, I can't just find it. Let's see here. No, I remember that they used it. I don't remember what they did to query it. Let's see, maybe the authenticate thing. No, this is just. Hmm. Oh yes, I tried to activate a key. I mean, I think they're using GraphQL for that, for the keys API. Yeah, or something like that. I remember that it was on the Doom page. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, maybe I was here. I guess. Shopper's cart. No, I can find it. Yeah. What else? I mean, let's see. SQL API or something like who is using GraphQL. So okay. Airbnb, Pinterest, PayPal, Pluralsight, Satispay, Shopify, Starbucks, the New York Times. The New York Times actually has they use really well. The New York Times use a lot of the new technologies. To be honest, I found them. I did find one day that they have, for example, oh yes, the mobile app. Yes, the mobile app of the New York Times is written in Flutter. That is a new, how can I say, a new framework to develop mobile apps and native apps. Might you be interested in doing a quick coding session with Flutter one time? Anyway, yes, the New York Times used Flutter. Yeah, and that's interesting because they just write shit. They write stuff. They don't need to use the latest technologies, but they do. They do. So I might say good for them. So what else do I know here? Well, ArangoDB, Atlassian. Oh god, not Atlassian. Audi, Brain Tree. Yes, I know them. Bitkite. If I remember correctly, Bitkite is something about the mobile app CI things. Cloverleaf, I don't know them. I don't. Conduit, I heard about them. Coursera, I know. Dailymotion, yes. Facebook. Fairfax Media. GitHub, I said about it. Graph, CMS, I don't know. Graphql, I know. I know this one. Lift, Lift, I know about them. Magento. Good for Magento. NBC, yes. Well, people, of course, I know about them. Expedia, yes, I know. Prisma phone. I didn't remember that Rango had graph interface. This is something that I forgot. I think I use it again. Yes, I might. I should do it. Okay. So let's start coding. We have this beautiful gradient homepage and that actually has no content right now. So let's start adding some content here. So here we go. I start adding a to-do list component. Okay. And so the template is going to be something like, I don't know, div with a title to the list. Okay, then I'm going to add a TypeScript thing. So the snippets currently are updated. So I have to actually manually define the components. Okay. To-do list, here we go. And then some style. Okay. So let's fix the end of line items. Okay. Now to import the new component here, I have to import it. So it is in components to do list not view to the list, and here I just say components to do list, and we can import the components right here, and here it is. So you can see one thing. The component declaration is in upper camel case or Pascal case, as you prefer. But in the template, it is in kebab case. Yes, it is called kebab case. Yeah, it is. Just search kebab case. It's that. You can see it is called kebab case. And yes, the other one is called the upper camel case. Don't ask questions. I just fuck it. So now I might just add some default to dos. So let's see. Props context. So oops. Okay. This is the setup function of Vue3. Vue3. God damn it. It's the new composition API. You can search more about it here. So this is how we did things before, and this is how we do it now. Okay. The composition API has been introduced in Vue 3, and it's neat, to be honest, because I'm going to show you another thing soon. But before that, I need to query my server. So I might just jump inside in URQL immediately. Okay. So how do we create a query in this with this client? It's kind of simple, to be honest, because first of all, the API that URQL exposes is actually compatible with the composition API. So we kind of have no choice here. And well, we just use this use query function that will handle everything. Okay. So let's import use query from at urql.view. Use query. So did I? Oh, okay. Yes. When we create a new URQL instance, we need to use it here as a plugin of the Vue app. Otherwise, it won't be the client won't be accessible from the other components. Okay. So, okay, we import use query, and we can now start by seeing how we query our database or backend. So in Altair, you can see the docs here, and we can search our query that we need to do. And this is the one. We need to fetch all the current to-dos. So this is the query I need. And how we create it inside our client, just like this. We write const query equals to use query, and like this. Okay. Nope, not like this. I forgot the thing here. Fuck. Damn it. Come on. Okay, no, like this. Let's fix the indentation here. It's just horrible all over the place. Okay, and a comma here. So now we have the query object, and we can just return what it's making right now. It won't be. I won't use this way of declaring I won't use this way of using queries. To be honest, I don't like it. So for now, it's just let's see what's going on. And as soon as I refresh the page, I should see a request to hello. Wait. Oh, unexpected name. Okay. What's wrong? Query. No, it's right. What are you saying? It's correct. Oh, fuck. I forgot a pair of brackets. Fucking syntax. Okay. Nice. So we can see that URQL has made a request here. And this is the response. Okay, right now the to-do isn't currently visualized in the application, so it's kind of useless, but it's there. And I wanted to see if it worked. Also, I saw something interesting. It's using HTTP through, which means that traffic, the reverse proxy I'm using on my website has been upgraded to HTTP through. It's good to know it. Very nice. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go on. So we have our query and we have our results. So I'm just going to change completely what I did here because I don't like making queries like this, and because I will need to refresh the list. So this is just something that is launched one time. I can't refresh the list. To refresh the list, I would do this thing. I need to refresh the page to refresh the to-do list. That's just inconvenient. So we have. Okay. Let's go on. So the next thing I need to do is because of the can I say asynchronous nature of the queries. They're asynchronous because well, we have a fetch request to our application backend. So asynchronous means that something that isn't immediately resolved. So, for example, if I say, I don't know, const equals 0, this expression is evaluated asynchronously because we can immediately know the result. Asynchronous result is also something like do computation. Let's do something like this that returns something like, I don't know, log 100 times new big int of, I don't know, something like this, something really hard to calculate. This is also synchronous. Why? Because it's blocking. This thing is blocking the main thread because it must absolutely evaluate this expression. We don't do that in in the async model. We don't do that because actually when I will when the thread is waiting for a response from the backend, I could use that thread to do something else. So I must use it. It's wasted. It's computation. It's compute time wasted doing nothing. So this operation, the I don't know, fetch informations, fetch something, is not is of a synchronous nature because it should not block the main thread. So we use an asynchronous component that is called the suspense. This also has been introduced in Vue 3, and well, it handles this situation because I can then use a sync setup, and I can use then an await thing. Wait, let me reply to this person. Okay. So as I was saying, the suspense, yes, the suspense component. So, and another thing, okay. So if we want to fetch immediately the informations, if we want the result of the query immediately, we can use await, and let's see if I can. Yes, here it is. Const data error equals await. So let's do it like this. And I'm going to quickly rename the data object to something like query result. And I will return just the query result and the error thing like this. Okay. So this won't work right now because I'm saying that this component is asynchronous, and the app view component is not handling this situation. So if we go here, we won't be able to see nothing. I can see the fetch request here, but nothing else. So how do we handle asynchronous operations in async components? To be clear, to be precise, how do we handle asynchronous components in Vue 3? Just remember, this is Vue 3, not Vue 2. Okay. So we handle it with the suspense component. It's kind of easy, and to be honest, we have a perfect example here in the Graphql documentation. So as you can see here, I really don't do anything, but in the parent component, I must do this thing here. So let's do it quickly. Okay. So the asynchronous component is to-do list, so it's in here. Let's format the document. So what's going on? We have our to-do list thing here, the asynchronous component, inside the suspense component, and we are specifying two templates. One is the default one, meaning that when the to-do list is resolved, you show it. And when it's loading, we use a fallback component, something like loading dot dot dot. We can use anything we want here. And right now, so we can see that it is loading. Okay, it's just too fast. Let's see if I can throttle the request here. Okay. Maybe too much. Something more like. Oh, come on. Ah, fuck it. Come on. Ah. Okay, okay, okay. No. It's too fast. The response is too fast. God damn. Fucking shit. Okay. Uh, well, whatever. So we are missing one thing. It's the error. So, for example, if our backend is currently unavailable, we should show that it's not available. So let's go to the Vir3 documentation and search for the error thingy. Where is it? Okay, not here because I'm in the wrong section. Here it is, the dynamic using with suspense. Here it is. Okay, API reference, and we should search for error. Okay. So yes, we can use the define async component, but I don't want to use it. No, 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 no. Wait, I'm an idiot. The error must be ended here in the to-do list because we have the error here. So it's actually something like this. I have my coding assistant here. Mel. Where are you going? Come here. Vieni qua. Cut the string, yeah. I'm not sure what you see on the welcome. Meow. Okay. Maybe. That wouldn't be too weird, to be honest. Oh, fuck, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, shit. Uh, oh, yes, I should show the to-do list. Yeah. Should I? Maybe? All right. So how do we show a list in view? Well, we just use the before thingy, and we say for to do in query result that are all to do's, and we then add a key to our list items, and then we can show the I don't know, to do ID, to do description, to do completed, nothing. I don't think it's necessary. What do you want? Oh yes, just the format. So here we have the to-do list, and if I add a new one, the mutation was here. Okay. No, fuck. Stop the subscription. Okay, and as you can see, the list is updating. So I don't know. Let's go on. Okay. So how do we add some interactions? So the mutations are different from the query because the query is called in a well, in this case we are calling the query as soon as the component is created. So it's just instantaneous, yes. And the difference between a mutation and a query in this case is just well, the mutation can be called in any moment, but it must be triggered, while the query is just called like this. So we need to manually trigger the mutation, so we needed to create something that can call the mutation. And well, just a moment, I have some. I need to drink. I have a sore throat today. And so, don't know. What did you go? So, you said that you are dumb, which is not true. What what's your issue? So what can I do to make it clearer? No response, no reply. Eh. Hmm. You're missing too many basic things. Okay. Yeah, yes, I can. I understand it. So, mhm, need more basic knowledge. That's true. I can understand it. So, let's do it like this. I'm going to stop for a moment, and I'll try to think to something that can help you understand. Okay, give me a moment. So, okay. When you browse the web, what are you doing? Yeah, I can I can understand that. Um, but um, so let's say that you don't know anything. Okay, it starts like this. So I'm using VS Code. What is this VS Code thing? This is a code editor. Okay, I write code in it. Why am I using a code editor, not I don't know, Notepad? It's because it's just more convenient. It has a syntax highlighting and it helps me mostly. So this is, and yeah, it looks cool. Yes, because of the yes, of the syntax highlighting. Also, I waste a lot of my time searching for themes. You know, for real, I waste a lot of time searching for themes because they're not perfect, and most of the times I think, fuck it, I need to write one of my own because most of them are just mm, not perfect. Simply like that. They're not perfect. So I waste like a ton of time searching for themes. I'm like, what the fuck? So when I found this one, the Cyberpunk theme, I fell in love with it. This one, the craziest Cyberpunk theme. Oh wait, this is new. Eh, not bad. 2077. Oh, this is nice. Okay, I might just change it. No, this is too. This is bad. This is Rust. Okay. So the other thing I'm using is Altair GraphQL client. Why is it? Well, I'm using this client because, well, how can I say it? Meo. Meo, meo. Meo. Come here. Yes. Yes, yes. Jeez. Um, oh yes, I'm using Altair GraphQL client because it's just useful like the code editor, for example. So you can see here that I don't need to write the queries. I'm launching to my database, to my backend server. I don't know. How do you want to call it? Okay, bye bye. So, for example, I don't know, I click on query and I see all the queries I can do. And then I click on add the query and it automatically adds it. And I can just send the request. No? So this Altair graph client is just useful in doing these sort of things. I need to write pretty much nothing. Also, I can search the GraphQL docs in here, for example. I can search what's a to-do object. And I can see each of the fields we declared the on the previous stream. We can see here all the fields I can. Yes, I can query. So now I skipped a lot of the bootstrapping of the view application because mostly it's not useful. It's just some configuration, and 99% of it is just how I like to configure my development environment, not how maybe another developer would do it. For example, I like to configure Prettier. Some developers I know hated Prettier. uh, I don't know what else I could say. Let's see. I'm skipping. Yes, I'm also skipping a lot of the styling things. For example, you can see that the template I made has this gradient thing. Why? Because that's also not exactly coding. I might explain something about this if you want. So tell me if you want to understand how this styling works. I it's not hard. So I can quickly make an overview, something like that, a recap. So I need to fix my glasses because they are just they're pulling my hair. My hair just got caught inside the things here. Okay. Yes. No, the all the code is freely available on my GitHub account. You can just download it. It's here on my GitHub account, both the last one and the current one I'm doing. And well, I also there is some additional things I made to develop to deploy the app on my website. So, for example, the docker compose.dev, the drone.yaml, and the .docker folder here, they're about the deployment of the application. So it's not, how can I say, strictly necessary. But yes, the rest of it is necessary. You can search for these links, and I think in the previous stream on the YouTube video, I think I added it in the description. I guess I'm pretty sure I did it. Yeah, yeah, I think so. So what else? Oh, we have a new viewer. Hello? Person from the internet. Okay. So to recap it, I was just well, explaining what I did, what what view is mostly. And how I need to configure my development environment. So to run all these projects, you need Node.js installed. Okay, and what else? Well, nothing much, to be honest, because once you have the node environment, you just write npm I and npm run dev. So I will quickly do this. What, node or the project? Okay. I guess you are having connection issues. Yeah. That's so bad. So this is what we are currently developing for the new Weaver. It is a to-do list, and the app server is already up and running on my website. And well, this is what I'd like to develop right now. Animation included. Okay, we can add a to-do, we can remove it. Oh, we just discovered a bug. Nice. I can add empty to-dos. Okay, I need to fix that. Yeah, I did nothing. Yeah, I also did nothing. I did nothing. I did nothing. And I did nothing. Yeah, very nice. We just remove all of them. Okay. So, okay, we made the to-do list components right now, which just fetches the currently, I don't, how can I say, it fetches all the to-dos in this moment. And so we need now to add the mutations to change, for example, the composition state or the description, or well, just okay, delete it. Okay. So this is the next thing to do. I should add wait, finish this. Okay. So the ID thing here is not actually important right now. Okay, so I'm just going to hide it. And let's add, for example, the completion check box. So how do I complete a to-do? Well, let's see the documentation of the app server. So let's go here and see mutation, and I can see that we have a needed edit to do mutation. We add the query, and wait, let's fetch the list. Okay. I need to add the to-do ID. And here I can, I don't know, like say this to-do has been completed, and I can edit the description. Okay. And as you can see, the completed status of the to-do has changed to completed true. And we can refresh it here, and you can see that this description and the completion status has changed as well. So we now know which mutation we need to send to our app server to complete our to do. So we just need to remove the description the description variable parameter here, because we don't need to change the description. We just need to change the completion status. So let's do it like this. And we have one we have two variables in this mutation. The first one is the ID, and the second one is the completion status. Okay. Um, partial, something like no, but this is a good suggestion, to be honest. I think we could edit the app server and add this competition status competition the partial competition status thing. We can't currently do it because it is a boolean. A boolean can only have two statuses. So in to do what you're asking, we would need to add something like an enum or percentage status. For example, we could say that completed is a number that goes from 0 to 100. So then the completion status can be, I don't know, like 10%, 20%, 30%, etc. Or we could do an enum. An enum is an enumeration of possible statuses we can have. So we can say beforehand that we want the statuses not started, in work in progress, almost done, completed, and completed. We can define the enums like pretty easily. That's more like yes. No. You have the right idea, because the enums are actually just numbers. An enum is a number fundamentally. So yes, we can do it. And in GraphQL, we also have the enum type actually. So it will translate directly from our code to the app. This is something that we could do. Let's see if I can search for the enum type. Schemas and types and let's see if I can find the enum type. Here it is. You can see in GraphQL we can specify an enum type like this. We say that we have enum, a name for the enum, so this will be something like completion status, and we have in uppercase the available statuses. And in Nexus schema, we can specify enums like this. There is the enum type, and you can see we can add the name and the members. Yes, we could do it right now, to be honest, because thanks to the CI, I can make some modifications very easily, and that they would be deployed instantaneously. So you had a very good suggestion, and I'm going to develop it very quickly. Okay. So let's go here, and we have streams and GraphQL backend. So SRC, GraphQL to do TS. Okay, so the here, so this is the object type, the to-do object type that we defined in the last stream. So what I should do right now is to change the completed field to enum type. So let's do it. No, first I need to create the enum type actually. Completion status is equal to enum type. Okay. And now let's just copy paste this one. Here we go. So the name is completion status. We have something like not completed, it said, and in progress. Wait, I need to write it in uppercase. Not completed. In progress and finally completed. And the description of this is the current completion status of the no. This is the description of the enum type. So a list of possible completion statuses. Now we need to add the tiers. So something like completion status. And the type is our completion statuses. And the description is the current completion status of the group. Okay. Now the next change will be in the query. No, I'm joking, in the mutation. Because now the argument completed is actually wrong because we have to add the completion status, which is custom enum type. Let's see if I can. Okay. And the type is completion statuses, and the description is the new completion status. Okay. Yes, when we define custom types in Nexus schema, we need to use a more verbose um, method because we need to say that the type is of the new created type, because here we have the string argument, the boolean argument, for example, but I don't have the completion status argument because it is custom made. String and boolean are in the GraphQL specification, and they are already implemented. But when we define an enum, for example, or a scalar type, an object type, they are custom types. So we need to have a slightly verbose syntax. And EasyLint is not going for some reason. Let's just fix it. EasyLint, are you here? Ah, okay. Yes. Nice. So if we have complete completion status, it's not is not null and is not undefined. You say to edit dot completion status equals completion status. Now I need to change the Mongo model, this one, because the interface, as you can see, had the completed boolean, but now we have an enum, so we need to say something like, and we have, let me just copy this one. What? Whoops. Interface. Nope. Enum. Completion status is complete. That's in progress. And like this. Okay. Format the document. Thank you. And now in the interface to do, we have the completion status equal to completion status. So now it should not come. Yeah. Okay. Okay. As you can see, the to edit document right now has the completion status property. And I need to add it to the Mongoose schema also. So completion status is a number. And wait. It's type number. And the default is 0. So why we have a type number here and an enum here? Well, that's because if I search for Mongoose.js and search in the docs and search for something like an enum, we see that we have almost no way to define an enum. We have one way, and it is, for example, we can say that we have a type number and an enum of accepted values. In this case, we have that not completed is equal to 0, in progress is equal to 1, and completed is equal to 2. So we can say that we have 0, 1, and 2. Okay. This is completely optional. We can avoid adding this enum thing here. Okay. So, yes, this is finished. Yeah. Yes. So I will make a commit here and I will push it. So the pipeline will create the new version of our app. So added completion status. Push it. And I will also add a tag here. 1.0.7. Very good. And git push tags. So now I'll go to my repository here. Let's see if it is loading. No. Fuck it. Wait. I need to. Let me just copy the code. Okay. So, as you can see now, the new build is build it. And I will swiftly deploy. Okay, the no, just 1 minute. In 1 minute, it built the new app version. So now I will deploy it on my server. That's, oh, this is Windows Terminal. It's a new terminal from Microsoft. I really like it. And I saw that the app just crashed. Names must match, but competition status does not. Oh, yes, I made a mistake here, so let's fix it. Yes, yes, yes. I'm actually not using putty because it's just a matter of writing SSH and the name of my server. Because I configured the SSH config inside the .ssh folder. Yes, you can see here, as you can in this folder, I have all my SSH configuration. It's under users. You should have it too. Okay, so I made a quick fix. Let's call it fix. Just push it and wait for the pipeline here. Here it is. And now I just need to wait for it to build. I was using Mobile Exterm a while ago, but after a while I just saw that, to be honest, the embedded SSH client is more than enough for all what I need to do. So I just switched to it. Let me delete this file, it's not useful. Okay. Here we go. And it's almost done. It's done. Okay. You can see here that I am pulling the latest images with Docker Compose Pool. Then I'm killing the currently running containers, and then I am starting them again. And looks like the app is working. Very good. So now here in Altair we need to refresh the docs, and you can see that we just added the competition status thing that you suggested. So if I go into the to-do type, I can see that we have the competition status property, and here's the values. Did you like it? So let's see if it is working. To be honest, I'm not sure. I mean, you understood what I said. It's incredible. Yeah. So, well, but I didn't test it, so it might, it just not work. Let's see. So something like test completion status. It should work, to be honest, because it's well, because I coded it. Let's see. And it did not found it to do. Fuck. Yeah, because there are no to dos, so I can't edit it. Fuck off. Let me add a new one. Okay, enum competition status cannot represent value as 0. Fuck. Okay, so this is an error from, I think, GraphQL, because cannot represent value 0 in, yes, it is from GraphQL because the values here are strings. So I need to tell GraphQL that it must represent these values as numbers, not as strings, okay? So to do it, it's just like this. So not an array, but an object. And we have not completed, in progress, and completed. Close this one, and we need to say like this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. Okay. Now let me format the document, and let's fix enum. Don't worry, this is completely normal. We make mistakes every day. So I didn't know that by default GraphQL is using strings for their enum types. So if I had to fix it, I will do something like, I don't know, here we have enum 0, 1, 2. So I should do something like this. I should add the string here and then add this like this. We can use both methods. I think that the number method is better because it wastes less space, less storage space. So after all, these numbers we actually, the first one, you say this one, the one with the array. So in the meantime, the build has been built. Oh, yeah, that's. Well, we need to make these choices. For now, I'm using an enum, number enum. Let's see if the. Okay, it looks. Yes. Yes. Now it's working. We could use strings. So let's see if I can make it work with strings. We have a function inversion right now, so it's just a little fiddling. I think the problem is from the model here. We need to say that the type is string, and so this is like this. Not completed. Fuck off. Progress and like this. So now I will wait for the build. Do you think it will be interesting if I talk about the continuous integration and continuous development thing? Because I'm currently using the drone CI. It's called drone CI, so I need to say CI 2 times. Fucking shit. Did you think it is interesting? Because I actually use it every day. Well, not exactly every day. I tried. At work, I use GitHub CI, and for some projects, I tried the GitHub Actions. But Drone CI is my favorite one. So I think I could talk about it for some time because, to be honest, I like it. I really like Drone CI. I need to make a modification to the CI because and as you can see, the CI pipeline I just launched, it built the server app. And the last thing I should do here is making a deploy script that just does this thing. And so no, it's interesting because as you can see, I'm just I push the last commit I did. I develop, I write code, then I make a commit, I push it, and voila, it's done. We have the new app version up and running, and also you can see that each build is taking less than a minute, which is just fantastic if you think about it, because we have a minute from when I stopped coding and from when the new app version is available. And let's see now if the competition status is working correctly. So we have no to-dos, we need to add a new one. No. Okay. Well, I guess that I need to do something else to make it accept the zero value. Not the zero value, the string values. I think there is an error somewhere around here. Or most likely it's... I think it is... I think it's Mongo that is doing something weird with the enum type. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Yes. That's why it wouldn't work. Oh, shit. The default value I specified was a number. So when I migrated the to when I migrated the schema to use the string, it just crashed. At least I correctly understood that it was Mongo that had something wrong and not the GraphQL API. All right, so here we go. Also, something else I'd like to do with our app is set up a testing environment, because these errors can and will always appear. Always. And having some testing in the CI will avoid this problem, because it will say, look, your app isn't working. I want to deploy it. You are an idiot. maybe maybe I should not do something like that in the test phase. So uh, we write code to test code, and that's testing. And it might be actually useful. In this situation, it would have been useful. So I guess I should add some tests. I don't like tests, to be honest, because it's more code, and I don't want to write code to test my code. I want to write code to write code. Does it make sense? I'm not sure. Okay. So let's see. Coding to code. Fuck. It's not working. But we have no. There is no error. You fuck. Shit. So why won't you work? It's not your fault. Uh, Why the fuck isn't working? To do validation fail, the completion status 0 is not a valid non-value for path completion status. What? But are you failing here or here? So now it's time to debug. So, in both the projects, the streams, I configured the VS Code debugger, so we can add these breakpoints and see what's going wrong. And so let me just prepare the development environment. I've added these Docker Compose development dev thing here to start a development environment, because we need to have Mongo, which is the database. Connectivity endpoint host is used already by another container. Okay. So you can go fuck yourself, and you can go fuck yourself. Die. Please die. Thank you. Die just. Sure. Fuck off. What? Fucking. What? Okay. No. No, the debugger is working. I think. I hope. I hope. NPM run the. No! Fuck. So to debug, I need to start from here. Okay, so debugger attached, so I can see where it is failing now. If I, of course, use the right endpoint. Localhost 3000 GraphQL. Okay. URL set, reload docs, and here we go. Okay, it's working. And let's say we need to add a new to do. As run mutation and what? 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 What's going on? Uh, so, what is the competition status? There is no competition status. I need the computer to see my what now. Thank you. Okay, so what's going on? Let's see. Yeah, of course it's up to date. I just okay. Let me remove. Let's remove the disk folder. Yeah, and npm run dev, I guess. Okay, so now it's there, but not in the. Okay, and I will start it like this, and you will work. I said, okay. Oh, here's the debugger finally. Okay, so we have the new to-do thing here. Okay, and it's set. And it failed already. Okay. So your fault. Why? Why are you doing this? Hmm. I know why. I just know why. Like this. Okay. Oh, well, I didn't have to manually restart the app server, to be honest. It's just it will automatically refresh like the Vite app. So let's see. Very good. And let's see about you. So this is the debug console, and we can evaluate an expression here. So I should be able to write new to do dot completion status. And as you can see, it's right now. So it should work. And it did work. It did work. Very nice. Okay. So let's try editing it. This is the new to do. And let's do it is as last. Completed is true and completion status is in progress. Let's see. Okay. I fixed it. Oh wait, not here, not this one. I need to discard this change. First try, yes, first try. We always do things at the first try. I never lose. God damn it. Default value fix. Okay. So we wait for the deploy, and I'll update it here. Dab on them haters. Always in the first try. So it's working. No double move. Not even that one. Fuck. Okay, 55 seconds. Very nice. Boom. We have the new version. Uh, so, let's get back to the app. I think the app will be developed like in 3 days, something like that. So, okay, let's close all these things. Oh yes, the mutation. Yeah. We need to write the mutations. So creating a mutation is very easy. It's like creating a query. It's just slightly different because we use a different hook here, a different function. And as you can see, it's different because the mutation has some variables. So we need to fix the mutation because it's not like this, it's like this. So let's copy it and paste it here. And you can just like this. Also, another thing that I'll do is using a query generator because I don't like writing graph queries like this, but it will be probably on. I'm not sure if in the next week or the next week. Let's see. So, what have we got here? First of all, here we are saying the mutation has some variables. The first variable is the ID of the to-do we are editing. And the exclamation mark is saying that the variable is required. So we cannot not specify it. We can't we couldn't. Wait, where did I see couldn't? I remember. I don't remember. So we can't not specify the variable value. So we have description string and completed is a boolean. So we add completed boolean with an uppercase because it This is the GraphQL type, and the GraphQL types are all uppercase. So next thing here, we say, look, you need to execute the edit to do query, or to be exact, the mutation with the variables with the parameters we are specifying. So in this case, it will be ID and description and completed. This might seem utterly unnecessary, and I cannot truly understand it. I am not sure why they did it like this, but it has been chosen to be like this. I think it is because we can actually batch a number of requests. For example, I could add another edit to do here, or even a new to do mutation. So when you have to specify all these variables, there could be a name clashing or something like that. So, okay, I guess that's why they did it like this. So we have our execute mutation that is being renamed into edit to do, and we can access the edit to do method inside our component. So let's add a checkbox for the competition status. So what's the name of this checkbox? Well, completed. No idea, thank you. It's completed like this, and we need to add the vmodel bind, which is here, and it is to do that completed. Yeah, you're right. And we need to add an unchanged listener, which will go right here, something like const on to do edit is equal to ID, and on to do wait on complete. And what is the need of that? What this or this? Line 8. The vmodel or the app change. Right. Okay. Let me explain it. All. So first of all, we have the input type, the input element here. We add vmodel to make a two-way binding, and then we add on change event listener. So this change will be triggered when I click on the checkbox, mostly. So here I will call the this on completed to do function with the to do that ID thing. Not this, to be honest, it's like that. What are we saying here is when there is a change in the checkbox input, call the onCompleted to do function that I'm creating here, and it will be returned here. So let's do like again. I think that Vue.js is probably the easiest f- JavaScript framework. So, not, but and it's not easy in a way that it has no potential. It's easy having a lot of potential. So here I'm saying a change, call the onCompleted to-do function and pass it the to-do ID as a parameter to the function, which is used here. So right now it's just a function that will log the action, the method that I just defined. So let's see if it. I hope it is working. Hello. Unexpected token. Oh yeah. Okay. So what's your problem? Okay. So I have no to do. So I need. Well, I think I should add the created to do thing before the edit thing. Whatever. Just let's add the new to do like this. Okay. So let's see. Here you can see that the console logged the method onCompleted to do and the ID of the to do that I'm editing. Also, you can see that when changing the checkbox value, the the completed value of the to do is automatically changing. And that's the use of the V model. We could also use the bind method. And so it will be like check it equal, no, not like this, check it equal to do dot complete. When possible, I think that using the bind like this, the binding like this, the two dots, is better because the V model is a two-way modification, and the situations where we need actually a two-way modification are so rare that they almost not exist, to be honest. So I think this one is better, and as you can see, it works anyway. So I need to call the execute mutation like this, and the variables will be ID, and the completed value, I forgot something here, and it is the E. So what is E? E here is the event, the HTML event. Let's add it the HTML event like this. Inside event, we have the value of the modification we are doing. So right now I should see, let's refresh it. Here you can see that it is saying that the value is true, and it's correct because it was false. We clicked the checkbox, so the to do is now completed, which means that the value is true. If I click it again, the value will change to false again. So this is the completed status, which I will save it like this. Completed is equal to e target.checked. And And now I can call the edit to do like this, and it should work, but it won't. It says bad request because it's a non-type ID, and you are right because it's a string. And then here we go. The to-do has been modified. So if I fetch the new list here, it will be complete. Yes. If I click again here, it will be not completed. So I think I should stop it for now because already I think it's a lot to digest. So yeah, I know. So let's do a recap, okay? On the upside of things, we have made basic to-do list, which actually can't add to do. Actually, currently, it will be the next thing to do. Wait, I run the new to do mutation. Say add add the new to do mutation like this. Okay, so this is the next thing to do. Yeah. Yeah. It's like that. Add it to the to-do list. We can't add any to do. The to-do list is empty. Anyway, you can actually see how it is right now on my website. So the objective is making something like that on stream. That's the difference. I always prepare the streams beforehand, of course, because I want to test everything and I want to be sure that I'm not saying any bullshit. So if you pull the master branch, you can see the current status of the app, and the stream branch will have the can I say the live coding version of the app. I guess this is a good separation between things. So, the app.view is our entry point in the app of the app. That's why it's called app. And we define components by using the define component method. The define component method then has a number of options we can use. For example, here I'm using the components list, the to-do list component in the components of the app component. I think I said the component like 5 times in a row. And so we use the suspense component to stop to say, look, the to-do list is not immediately ready, so wait for it. When is the to-do list ready? When the to-do list component is ready when the async setup is completed. So when we reach this return thing here, and we say, look, until the to-do list is ready, show this. the loading thing here. Okay. Then it's just some style. I said I have added this SAS thing. SAS means syntactically awesome style sheets, and it is this thing here. CSS with superpowers. Yeah, power. Which just removes the CSS punctuations. So it's less verbose than CSS. And what else? Well, I didn't use these methods, so I should just remove them. And then the to-do list. What does the to-do list do? Well, it has the setup function that is called before the component is even rendered. And here we are defining all the, how can I say, the all the logic, the business logic of the component. We are saying, look, you have a mutation, you have a query, you have a method. It's called onComplete to do. It does some things, and etc. etc. And then we have a for loop here that is saying, look, you need to cycle on the query result dot all to do's object, and every object in the list you alias it to do, and we can add a key to each item, and the key is the to do ID. Then I'm just printing the to-do description and if the to-do has been completed, and I'm binding this input with some things. For example, I've added the checked binding saying, look, the checkbox must be checked if the to-do has been completed. And I said, look, when there is a change, call this function that is calling onCompleted to do with the ID and is passing the HTML event, because we are actually using in Vue. We don't in Vue.js. We actually have the native HTML events, so it's like a framework, but it's not actually changing the behavior of the HTML events. So I think that's something actually useful. And well, that's it for now. And to implement your suggestion of the competition status, I think I will add some kind of select element where you can say, look, yeah, something like the select, I guess. A select input is like this. Wait, let's go. Let's go here. This is interesting. I think I should. Yeah, I'm going to look at it. So let's see if I can find a select. Here it is. So I think I'm going to use a select input for the competition status. I guess that's the best one. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. VTFI is a material-like component library. The problem with VTFI currently is that it is not compatible with Vue 3 currently. It will be soon, I think. Yeah, the alpha should come soon enough. I mean, we have the December, so I think. Okay. So, did you enjoy today's stream? Well, this means that you are a wonderful student, or I am a wonderful teacher. One of the true, or both. Maybe both. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. Mm, I should work on my website. I need to write something for my website. It's just that, to be honest, I prefer doing these streams. Mm, I'm procrastinating the new version of my website. It's like from months or maybe a year. Fuck. A lot of time. I should really get onto it. Just fix it. Yeah, I should do it. Maybe I could make it even interesting. I mean, for now I'm working on some mockups, so it's not actually very interesting. I've also changed my logo, so until I have the source of the new logo, I'm not sure how much I can do it. I can do. I should start writing something, maybe. Yeah. I'm kind of tired. It has been. Yeah, tell me. Mm. Mm. You maybe should create, edit, and maintain a website. Well, yeah, why not? I could al- I could also talk about some some serverless. No, 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 no. No, I'll just do. Okay, yes, it might be a good idea. Also because I'm currently searching for a good CMS to manage my content on the website. I I did not like WordPress and Drupal, so I'm searching for an alternative. I saw, for example, Ghost, and it wasn't bad, but not good enough. So I think I maybe talk about Strapi. Yeah, I guess so. Or actually, I think Nuxt, Sapper. There are a lot of technologies that I can choose from to create, edit, and maintain a website. It's hard to make a choice, and currently, I believe that the best solution is Strapi, but it's because I didn't yet try the Nuxt content API. Maybe the content API is better, and I just don't know it. Or maybe there is even a better CMS for somewhere. But yes, that's a good idea because after all, I need to maintain my website. So okay, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see if I can find something about the. Um, mm, mm, So my idea is to use headless CMS, which means that it actually has only an API, something like the app we did on the last stream. That's an API, and I'd like to find an headless CMS which just exposes some endpoints like that because I want to have the most control on the well website on the on the presentation of the content. Yes, that's the right word. So things like WordPress and Ghost are not the right tools, and so I'm exploring it's called the Jamstack. So I currently think that Strapi is my best choice, and I probably go with it. I if I if I teach it in one of the streams, it will mean that I chose it because I never talk about some things that I don't like or I don't use. For example, I don't use AngularJS. I don't like it, and I will never talk about it because I don't like it. I don't use it, so I'm not familiar with it. I can use it. I used it in the past. That's why I don't like it because I've used it, and Vue is just another word. It's perfect Vue. I love Vue and I love GraphQL. They're my favorite technological libraries. I don't know what to call them. They're just fantastic. So what can I say? Yeah, I'll keep searching for headless CMSs. Probably I probably work with Strapi. Not sure. It's probably going to be it. And so my entire website will be run on Strapi, and I talk about it. There are a lot of alternatives, to be honest. Yeah, yeah. Also because it's an hard choice, so it must be the right one. It must be. Even because I want to add something like a blog into my website. So, oh yes, I found one that was very, 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 very interesting. It was apostrophe CMS. That was looking pretty fine, darling. It was pretty fine. I think I chose it. I don't know what I'm doing. And apostrophe CMS is used by Lexus and Toyota, Michelin, Depend University. So it is also battle tested. So I guess it will be it will be my choice probably. Yeah, that or Strapi, one of the two. They are both open source, which is something that is actually needed for me because I tend to only choose open source technologies. I try to support the open source idea as much as possible. So yeah. Also, Strapi has a GraphQL API, and I think even apostrophe. Yeah. So I'll probably just use GraphQL everywhere. GraphQL, all the things. I love Graph. I really like it. Why are you seeing the to-do list implemented everywhere? What do you mean? Oh yeah. So we have a number of how can I say template projects that are used to explain the basics of some technology. So I guess you are on the To Do MVC website. I think you're on that one. And well, the To Do MVC, uh, the To Do list, To Do app, how do you want to call it, is some kind of standard app that is developed to explain how technology works. So it is just how can I say an example when you there has been a thunder and it's something like I don't know. I want to explain to you Vue.js, so I do the to-do list, and then we pass on some. We start making some other projects because the to-do list actually has all the basics to start building apps. Because as you saw, already we have a dynamic list. We are querying a server. We are editing some data. We have some data flow. The the to-do MVC app is something that is standard in explaining how to make things, with some technology. So that's why I chose it to start with, because it's kind of a standard. And to be honest, it's interesting because I actually use to-do lists every day. So making one is something that I think is cool. I mean, I use the to-do app every day, so why not just do it, code it? I mean, it's not that hard to code, to be honest. Just a matter of time. Okay, so we'll make the first to-do app with progress bar. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why not? I mean, so it's not that hard to make things, and I mean, I'm available to help, so don't worry. You can clone my project and start hacking it, do some things. I mean, why not? Okay. I mean, that would be nice. Well, if you have a problem forgetting passwords, you can say that when you find the one you have hacked yourself. I actually don't remember even one password. That's why I use a password management software. So I'm like constantly hacking myself. That is, yeah, 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 yeah. That's how you start becoming an hacker. Yeah. Oh man, I mean, I think so. I'm not sure, but I should ask my hacker friend how he did choose to become an hacker. But I'm pretty sure that's how. He forgot the password and said, fuck. Well, time to hack, I guess. It's hacking time. Yeah. All right. I think I'll close this stream for now. Have a good day. Well, a good night. Bye bye.